Good morning, one and all. Myself, M.J. Srinivas, Assistant Professor of Physics, Government First Rate College, Mulbagal. I am presenting a video of the BSc First Semester Physics Session 11 of the Bengaluru North University on the topic gravitational field and gravitational potential. So the contents of my presentation include gravitational field, gravitational potential energy, relation between gravitational field and gravitational potential due to a solid sphere, gravitational field due to a solid sphere. The learning objectives of this session are to study the concept of gravitational field, to study the concept of gravitational potential, to study the concept of gravitational potential energy, to derive the relation between gravitational field and gravitational potential, to derive an expression for gravitational potential at a point due to a solid sphere, to derive an expression for gravitational field at a point due to a solid sphere. The session outcomes are: students will be able to understand the concept of gravitational field, gravitational potential, and gravitational potential energy. Students will be able to derive the relation between gravitational field and gravitational potential. Students will be able to derive an expression for gravitational potential at a point, outside the sphere, on the surface of sphere, inside the sphere, and center of the sphere. Students also will be able to derive an expression for the gravitational field at a point, outside the sphere, on the surface of sphere, and inside the sphere. Now, let us try to understand what is meant by gravitational field. The space surrounding a body in which another body experiences a gravitational force is called gravitational field. The gravitational field is always directed towards the center of gravity of the body. Next, let us try to define what is meant by gravitational field strength or gravitational field intensity and mention the expression for it. The gravitational field strength or intensity is represented by vector E. The gravitational field strength at a point in a gravitational field is the gravitational force experienced by a unit mass placed at that point. So now let us consider a body of mass m as shown in the figure. The mass m sets up gravitational field in the space surrounding it. If a test mass small m placed at a point P experiences a gravitational force capital F, then the gravitational field strength at the point P is given by vector E is equal to vector F by small m. The SI unit of the gravitational field strength is Newton per kg. The gravitational field strength or intensity vector E is always directed towards the center of gravity of the body. Now the expression for the gravitational field intensity at a point distant r from a point mass m is given by vector E is equal to minus gm by r square into r cap. The negative sign indicates that the force is directed towards the mass m. Next, we'll define what is meant by gravitational potential and mention the expression for it. The gravitational potential at a point in a gravitational field of a body is defined as the amount of work done in moving a unit mass from infinity to that point against the gravitational field. The gravitational potential at a point P due to a point mass m at a distance r from m is given by the expression capital V is equal to minus gm by r. Next, what is meant by gravitational potential energy? And let us arrive at the expression for the gravitational potential energy. The gravitational potential energy of a body at a point in the gravitational field is defined as the amount of work done in bringing the body from infinity to that point. The gravitational potential energy represented by capital U is equal to minus W because work is done against the direction of the field. So U is equal to minus W. So that is equal to, how do you get W? Minus of integration of dW. So that is equal to work done is the product of force into displacement. So force, gravitational force is given by minus capital G, capital M, small m by r square into the small distance is dr, integrating from the limits infinity to r. So on integrating this, we get minus G m small m divided by r. So the expression for the gravitational potential energy is given by capital U is equal to minus capital G capital M small m by r. Here capital M is the mass of Earth and small m is the mass of the body. Next, let us derive the relation between the gravitational field and gravitational potential. So, to derive this relation, let us consider two closely lying points, A and B, separated by a small distance dr in a gravitational field E as shown in the figure. The work done in moving a unit mass from the point B to point A along the direction of the force is given by minus E into dr, force into displacement. But force F is nothing, electric Field strength is nothing but the force. So in place of F, we can write E. So that is equal to minus E into dr. If dV is the gravitational potential difference between the points A and B, then the potential difference VA minus VB, which can be written as dV, is given by minus E into dr. Therefore, we get E is equal to minus dV by dr. So this is the relation between the gravitational field and gravitational potential. So that is, the gravitational field at any point is equal to the negative potential gradient at that point. Now let us derive the expression for the gravitational potential due to a solid sphere. So, to derive the expression for the gravitational potential at a point outside the sphere, on the sphere, inside the sphere, and at the center of the sphere. So, let us consider a solid sphere of radius capital R and mass capital M as shown in figure A. So this is figure A and this is figure B. So we have considered a solid sphere of radius capital R and mass capital M as shown in this figure. Now, to get the expression for the gravitational potential at a point outside the sphere, let us imagine that the sphere be divided into large number of concentric spherical shells of masses m1, m2, m3 and so on respectively. Let P be a point at a distance small r from the center O of the solid sphere. Therefore, the gravitational potentials at the point P due to each spherical shell is minus gm1 by r, comma, minus gm2 by small r, comma, minus gm3 by r and so on respectively. Therefore, the gravitational potentials at a point P outside the sphere is given by the sum of the gravitational potentials at the point P due to all the spherical shells. So we must add the potential due to the individual shells. So the gravitational potential at a point P outside the sphere capital V is equal to minus of gm1 by r plus gm2 by r plus gm3 by r and so on. Now removing g and r as common factors outside, we get V is equal to minus g by r into m1 plus m2 plus m3 and so on. But m1 plus m3, m2 plus m3 and so on, if we add the masses of the individual shells, we get the total mass of the sphere capital M. So therefore, the gravitational potential at a point outside the sphere is given by V is equal to minus capital G, capital M by small r, where capital M is the total mass of the solid sphere. Next, to get the gravitational potential at a point on the surface of sphere, if the point P is exactly on the surface of the sphere, then small r will be equal to capital R, that is the radius of the sphere. So therefore, capital V is equal to, substituting capital R in place of small r, we get capital V is equal to minus capital G capital M by capital R. Here R is the radius of the sphere. Next, to get the expression for the gravitational potential at a point inside the sphere. So here, consider a point P lying inside the sphere at a distance small r from the center O of the sphere as shown in the figure B. With O as center, draw a sphere of radius OP is equal to small r. Then the point P lies on the surface of solid sphere of radius small r and inside the spherical shell of internal radius small r and external radius capital R. So all these things are shown in the figure B. Now this is the point P lying inside the sphere of radius small r here, and also with OP is equal to R as the radius if we draw the sphere. So the point P will lie exactly on the surface of the small sphere of internal radius small r and external radius capital R here. So here the volume of the inner solid sphere is equal to 4 by 3 pi r cube. R is the radius of the solid sphere. Once we know the volume, we can find out mass of the inner solid sphere is given by volume into density. So volume is 4 by 3 pi r cube into density is rho. So the potential at the point P due to the inner solid sphere, we'll call it as V1 is equal to minus G into, what is capital M? Capital M is 4 by 3 pi r cube into rho divided by small r. So this can be written as minus 4 by 3 capital G pi r square into rho. Next, with O as center, draw two concentric spheres with radii x and x plus dx respectively, forming a thin spherical shell of thickness dx. So this you can see in figure B. Here with O as center, we are drawing two concentric spherical shells, we can see, with radius small x. The thickness of that shell is dx. So here the volume of the spherical shell is equal to, how do you find the volume? Surface area of the spherical shell into thickness. Surface area of spherical shell is 4 pi x square into thickness is dx. Therefore, mass of the spherical shell is equal to volume into density. Volume is 4 pi x square into dx. Density is rho. So potential at the point P due to the spherical shell equals, it is Gm by distance. So minus capital G into mass of the spherical shell is 4 pi x square dx into rho divided by the distance is small x. So we get minus capital G into 4 pi x into dx into rho. Now the potential V2, we can call it as V2 at the point P due to the shell of internal radius small r and external radius capital R is obtained by integrating the above equation between the limits x is equal to small r and x is equal to capital R. So therefore V2 is equal to, integration of minus g into 4 pi x into dx into rho from the limit small r to capital R. So removing all the constants, we get minus g 4 pi rho into integral of x into dx from the limit small r to capital R. So integration of x into dx is x square by 2. On applying the limits, upper limit and lower limit, we get the potential V2 is equal to minus G 2 pi rho into R square minus R square. So therefore, the total potential at the point P inside the sphere is given by V is equal to V1 plus V2. Now substituting for V1 and V2 in both the terms, negative sign is there, remove the common factor. So V1 is 4 by 3 G pi R square into rho plus V2 is G 2 pi rho into R square minus R square. So this is equal to, removing the common factors, 2 pi rho G. So we get 2 by 3 R square plus R square minus R square. So now here we get minus 2 pi rho G 2 small r square plus 3 into capital R square minus small r square divided by 3. Now multiplying and dividing this equation by 2 into r cube. When we multiply by 2r cube, this becomes minus 4r cube rho by 3 into G. And here we have divided by 2r cube. The purpose is minus 4 pi r cube into rho by 3. It is nothing but capital M, the mass of the sphere. So therefore, the gravitational potential at a point inside the sphere is given by V is equal to minus Gm into 3r square minus r square divided by 2r cube. Now the gravitational potential at the center of the sphere. At the center of the sphere, what happens? Small r will be equal to 0. Now substituting small r is equal to 0 in the above expression, we get the gravitational potential at the center of the sphere. So given by V is equal to minus 3 by 2 into capital G capital M divided by small r. So likewise here we have derived the expression for the gravitational potential at a point outside the sphere, on the surface of sphere, inside the sphere, and at the center of the sphere. So this figure shows the variation of the gravitational potential versus the distance r due to a solid sphere. So this represents how the gravitational potential varies with the distance r. So finally, we'll derive the expression for the gravitational field due to a solid sphere. That is, let us derive the expression for the gravitational field at a point outside the sphere, on the surface of sphere, and inside the sphere. So for this, let us consider a solid sphere of radius capital R, mass capital M, as shown in the figure. Let P be a point at a distance R from the center O of the solid sphere. Now, to find the gravitational field at a point outside the sphere, first we will write down the gravitational expression for the gravitational potential at a point outside the sphere is given by V is equal to minus capital G capital M by small r. Therefore, the gravitational field E is given by minus dV by dr. This is the relation between gravitational field and gravitational potential. Now substitute for V, we get minus d by dr into minus gm by r. So differentiation of 1 by r is minus 1 by r square. So therefore E is given by G is a constant, M is a constant. So the electric field at a point outside the solid sphere is given by E is equal to minus Gm by r square. Now to find the gravitational field at a point on the surface of the sphere. So for the point on the surface of, that is, if the point is on the surface of the sphere, then the distance small r will be exactly equal to capital R, the radius of the sphere. Therefore, substituting for small r is equal to capital R, the gravitational field E is given by minus Gm by capital R square. This is the expression for gravitational field at a point on the surface of the sphere. Now, at a point inside the sphere, to find the expression for the gravitational field at a point inside the sphere, we'll consider the expression for the gravitational potential at a point inside the sphere, which is given by V is equal to minus capital G capital M into 3 capital R square minus small r square by 2 capital R cube. Therefore, the gravitational field E is given by minus dV by dr. Substituting for V, we get minus d by dr of minus capital G capital M into 3r square minus r square divided by 2r cube. So removing the constants outside, minus into minus will become plus, capital G capital M by 2r cube remain outside. So we are left with d by dr of 3 capital R square minus small r square. So here capital R is constant. So therefore differentiation of this term, first term, will become 0. Differentiation of minus r square is minus 2r. So therefore the expression for the gravitational field at a point inside the sphere is given by E is equal to minus capital G capital M by capital R cube into small r. So this figure shows the variation of gravitational field due to a solid sphere with the distance r here. So now, thank you.